Hey, what's going on, guys? Crass Businessman here. Today we're going to talk about underestimation, devastation, and the truth about resistance. So I want to apologize in advance for my hair. I had to put a beanie on. It was just looking absolutely atrocious. But today's quote of the day is that most people underestimate the amount of effort, energy, and resources that are required to ever succeed. And that's Grant Cardone. Now, what I've come to realize is that the vast majority of the goals you have, they're 100% possible, even the ones that seem impossible. Interestingly enough, though, we usually find this out in hindsight. And not only are they possible, they are an absolute certainty when given the right amount of time, energy, and effort. But when we underestimate what it'll take to accomplish these goals, we end up doing something that we're even better at doing. Rationalizing failure. Oh, I didn't really want it. Oh, the market's not really that great right now. Or, other bullshit. Oh, I'll pick it back up when things change or settle down for me. I'm just waiting on things to settle down. A myriad of other bullshit excuses. But here's how the cycle of underestimation, devastation works. So, you start off with a goal in mind, and you think it's going to take X amount of actions to achieve this goal. In actuality, it's going to require X times 5. But you don't know this, because you can't see the future. So you start chugging along, and then you start hitting resistance. Now, for most of you, you'll push past the initial resistance in a valiant effort to persevere, which is good, but then more is going to come. And then you start questioning whether it was a good idea to begin with, and then the vast majority of you will give up. Then another idea comes along, and then the cycle repeats. Now, this isn't because you're not strong enough, or you're incapable, or anything like that. It's merely because of the way that we've been conditioned our entire lives to believe a lot of falsehoods in most areas of life. Now, this sets us back, and a lot of us actually never even learn the lessons. So one of the most fundamentally misunderstood concepts is resistance itself. Now listen to me carefully. Resistance is a good thing. It is a surefire sign that you're moving in the right direction as an innovator. Why do we even experience resistance? Why? Well, the main reason is because we're trying to do something out of the ordinary. See, life has a flow to it, and it will continue to flow in a specific direction until it gets redirected. We all have the power to do so. Anyone going against the natural flow is going to experience resistance. Now, after all, how many people thought it wouldn't even be possible to have a horse-drawn carriage without the horse, or travel to another country across the ocean without a boat, or travel to the moon, or any real major invention? Every single innovator has experienced huge amounts of resistance, most of it coming from their own families and friends. And, maybe you're not an innovator. Maybe you're not providing the world with something that's earth-shattering or game-changing. If that's the case, it should be even easier to accomplish the goal, right? The bottom line is that resistance will always be there, and it should not cause you to retreat. The resistance should indicate to you to keep pushing forward to avoid the underestimation devastation, because you're likely going to experience the resistance maybe 10% of the way through your journey. You're not even fucking close. And the underestimating part of it's fine because we all do it, but the devastation portion only occurs when you stop at the resistance. And especially due to the fact that resistance is guaranteed to occur when pursuing any goal worthwhile. So what's the remedy? Well, firstly, to also follow along the lines of Grant Cardone, you take the amount of actions that you're doing towards your goal and multiply them by 10. This will ensure a mathematical advantage above and beyond any competition. Secondly, measure everything you're doing. It's ready, fire, aim, baby. You can't adjust your shot if you have no clue where the first one ended up. You keep firing. With no reference as to whether the adjustments are more beneficial, you might as well not shoot at all. So you make sure you're testing and measuring all of your efforts. And lastly, push through the resistance until the goal is achieved. There are no other stopping points. It's the goal line, period. If the goal hasn't been achieved, no conversation should occur, whether with someone else or in your head, discussing other options. That's how goals are achieved. If someone ran a marathon and stopped 10 feet from the line, who's going to congratulate them for running a marathon? Nobody. Maybe their mom, but is stopping 10 feet short the same as finishing it? Fuck no, it's not. All right, that's it for this video, guys. I just want to get you guys to think a little bit. Once again, I'm Crass Businessman. Please like, comment, subscribe. Either way, I'm going to keep the videos coming. Till next time, stay productive.